Hi, everyone. It's Matt. You are watching All Things YouTube. Look at this. I have a lower third, and I have a little gadget here that can pop the lower third on and off with the push of a button. New toys. Yay, Amazon Prime Day. And I can also do this with a push of a button. Bloop, bloop. Hi, everyone. I'm glad you're here. Who do we have? We have Dave Hart. He says, Sup, Matt. Bob Lee's Woodshop is here. Portal Woodworks. That's Mr. David Jones. Harneal Media's here. Hi, Harneal. That's Steve Nealon. Marcel's Workshop. C-Dub's Journey. Marsh Wildman. Brenda G's Designs. Driveway Workshop with Jim Bashir's Not Just Sawdust. And I think a few others slipped in here. If I didn't see you, that's okay. Blended Whiskey is here. One of my new friends. Hello, hello. Uh-oh, I got something in the frame here. Got to have high production value around here, or at least pretend to. Oh, Brenda G's asking for more cowbell. I'm sorry to say there will be 0 cowbells during the show. I know. Well, listen, I have a great show. I have a bunch of news snippets to go over with you. As you know, I follow the engineering staff and the developers at YouTube, and when they announce cool features, I actually show you what they are and tell you why it pertains to you, and only give you the good stuff. Only give you the things you need to know to grow your channel. That's what we do here on All Things YouTube. So I'm looking at a bushfire on the other side of the lake and some distraction on my screen. Make it interesting. All Things YouTube. You got it, brother. I will make it interesting because I have a very interesting show. As always, if you're watching this on rerun, just forward to about maybe the 8-minute mark. That's when the news starts get going, and kind of how we do things around here. If someone wants me to review their channel, I can do that too. Just ask me in the chat. It's always good to do the @ sign, and then start typing All Things YouTube, and it will show up nice and orange on my screen. I can only see about 7 items on my screen, so the chat moves pretty fast. I do have a Discord up. I don't know if anyone's in the Discord. Is anyone in the Discord today? Let's see. Nope, no one's in the Discord right now. But I do have a Discord server link. What am I talking about? Sometimes there's a way for people who have that link to join my Discord with a free Discord account, and they can talk to me in my ear holes and let me know the chat so I don't miss them. Anna B Workshop is here. Hi, Anna B. Welcome to All Things YouTube. All right, let's get going with a thank you to those who optionally support me through crowdfunding sites. I have a Patreon page, this Awesome Wood Things Patreon page. Awesome Wood Things is my other YouTube channel, and that's the Patreon. But that Patreon supports both the All Things YouTube show and the Awesome Wood Things show. So if you donate there, that's fine. I also have a Subscribe Star set up with the same Awesome Wood Things suffix. Okay, so the sponsors. The top sponsors are Mr. Jerry Brown from Polly Once a Crafter and Osprey Mama. That's a YouTube channel. Another top supporter is Driveway Workshop with Jim Bashir's. Thank you for your support. And we've got $1 patrons down here. The very bottom row are all YouTube channels. We have Shane's Hobby Shop, Miter Mike's Wood Shop, #Marvelous McKenna, because she's marvelous and her name's McKenna, Anna B Workshop, OJ Woodworking Crafts, Javi's Woodshop, Marcel's Workshop, JP Woodwork, that's Jamie Page, and a podcast, Mr. Mike Laffey from Maybe I've Said Too Much.com. Special thanks to MakersMediaNetwork.com. I am a proud member of Makers Media Network. Go check out MakersMediaNetwork.com for more information. Yep. Playing with my new toy here. I love this thing. Isn't this great? See, go to sponsors and go, there's sponsors. Boop, boop, boop. I love new gadgets. Yeah, really, this device, it just keeps my eyes on the screen because I can say lower third, boop, lower third, boop. See, I didn't take my eyes off the camera. I used to go like this, to go down here, click, and then go back up, talk, and look at where I'm clicking. Click. Isn't that better? I'd say it's about 1% better with the new way. Sometimes the gadgets, they don't have huge payoffs. But, it's the little things. You just try and make things a little bit better each time. That's how you do it. That wasn't the MMM logo at Matt. Yeah, sure it was. That one? Well, okay, no, I guess it's the Harneal Media, because these are who sponsored me. So Harneal Media sponsored me, but technically it's the Makers Media Network. So I don't think Makers Media Network has a Patreon account. So anyway, that's the way it goes. Bottom line is, if you want to sponsor me on Patreon, I will rearrange this panel and squeeze your graphic in here, causing me to do some labor on the computer. So you can make me do work if you become a new sponsor. Don't worry, I won't mind. I would very much love doing that type of work. Not a problem at all. C-Dub's Journey's giving thumbs up and lots of hammers. Yeah, sure. Drop a big old like on this. That helps out the channel. Something free you can do. We appreciate free. Whoops. Well, see, now I'm getting crazy with my button pushes. Yeah, there you go. You can, there's the monetary way and the free way. Either one is fine. All good, all good. All right. Who wants to get into the news of the week? Oh, one thing. Oh, I see Jim's on the, okay, good. He's on my, Discord. Glad to have you there, Jim. All right, excellent. I'm glad to have you there. So if you hear me talking to someone but you can't hear, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Jim has direct access to speak to me, but you can't hear him, but I can. Kind of helps the show in the background. That's just the way it goes. All right, let's talk about the news, the YouTube news. What's going on at YouTube? Well, they've rolled out a self-certification, very small experiment to about 10,000 people. So the chances of the 2 billion channels, the chances you're going to be one of these 10,000 out of 2 billion is astronomically small. But it's worth talking about because it could be awesome for you in the future. Let me just tell you what they're doing. When you upload, they're going to give you a couple check boxes, and or some sort of feedback from you that you've declared that your videos meet the community guidelines. So there might be subcategories of the community guidelines, and you have to say, yes, there are no restricted content topics in this video that is not allowed on YouTube. And then they're saying that when you do that over time, if you are truthful and YouTube doesn't trip you up in a lie or a mismatch, then you will get fewer incorrect yellow dollar signs. Yellow dollar sign is the not suitable for all advertisers dollar sign. And fewer incorrect yellow dollar signs is good for you. So, they're learning. I mean, the algorithm is learning. They're training the algorithm. They're guiding the algorithm to be more and more accurate. And their published guidelines have said it's getting more and more accurate as the days roll on. And that's good. But the self-certification, because who knows your content better than you? Like, you know it the best. So YouTube is kind of going forward with this experiment. It was even smaller. It was a 5,000 person experiment. Now it's 10,000. So one day you might, as part of the upload, where you put your title, your description, your keywords, and your playlist and your thumbnail, that upload process, it might also include you declaring that things are accurate. Artfully Yours with Diane is here. Hi, Artfully Yours. Welcome, welcome. This is All Things YouTube. You know me. I met us. All right. Memberships. Oh, Brenda. She says, where's the button for me to tell them what to do with their yellow dollar sign? Yeah, they removed that button because they knew that your wrath would come through the internet and beat up the developers, so that they wanted to stop you from beating them up. So they don't have that enabled on your screen, Brenda G from Brenda G's Designs. So there you go. Memberships. You know what memberships are. If you have enough subscribers, I think 30,000? I'm going to say 30,000. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Once you have 30,000 subscribers, you're eligible for memberships, which is a Patreon-like product where the YouTube audience can pay you. It used to only be $4.99 a month, and then they would have special access to Patreon-like features. Now they have 5 tiers. It used to $4.99 was it. No less, no more. Now they have 5 different amounts ranging from 99 cents to $49.99, and that's normalized for your country. That's US dollars, how it would come down to. So if you're eligible for memberships, or if you as a user want to become a member of someone else's site, you will now have a 99 cent to $49.99 option. So this is YouTube's way of encroaching on Patreon. Their thinking is, it's our platform. Why don't we put these features in our own platform rather than having a third-party Patreon take the money and take the revenue and take the profit? They'll do it. So memberships. So if you have memberships, look for those features in your studio beta. And if you don't have those features because you don't have enough subscribers, then look for that if you want to become a member of a creator that you really like on Facebook, of a channel you really like on Facebook. Oh, this is good. This is good. Okay. Analytics. Analytics are going to get better. Now, this isn't available yet, but I'm going to just describe what's happening here. Let me go into my studio beta and I will show you what's going to change and why I'm so excited about it. Because I love analytics. There it is. I love analytics. It says so right there on the screen. Mr. Doughboy356 is here. Hi, Mr. Doughboy356. You remember me? I met Haas from All Things YouTube. Okay. Oh, tell us about the screen overlay gadget. Sure. I'll tell you that in one moment. Okay, so let me make this a little bit teenier. I'm getting smaller. All right, this is particularly going to be useful on traffic source. Got it. Okay. So do you see how these traffic sources, these are all links and you can click into them deeper? Some of them aren't links. Let me remove that. See how this one isn't a link? So this one doesn't have any more information, but these ones do. Okay. Oh, we have a question. What kind of rewards are good ideas for different tiers of Patreon? Okay, I'll cover that in a moment too. Let me finish with this topic quickly. All right, so when you go in here, okay, now look at this. So notifications, it's responsible for 21.8% of the views. See that? I know it's kind of tiny. Right there. Okay. And then browse feature is 27.7. Okay. So what you would do is you would come into these and then it would break down before, and then it says, okay, now let me try and, I know this magnifying glass doesn't go down the whole way. So now this level, I really want to show this on the magnifying glass. Give me a second here. Okay, so now this level, so I'm in the browse feature, okay, and I have 2 subcategories, and this is 74%. But remember, this only accounted for 27% of the stuff here. So when I'm in here, all of this is only 20%, 27.7% of the maximum. Now there's going to be a little graph up here, a little donut graph that's going to show you in a pie chart 27%. So when you're analyzing all of these spikes, you know the sum total of these two things is only 27%. It's just a brilliant UI that they're going to show you to help you better analyze that type of feature. So visual refresh is what they're calling in analytics. It's the mini donut. They're calling it the mini donut. So look for that. All right. So now let me get to some of these questions. We said, more about the gadget. Okay, I got one from Marsh and one from Artfully Yours with Diana. Okay, so I bought this Stream Deck. This is a product from a company called Elgato. Elgato is the parent company. And this hooks in with streaming software like OBS or vMix. I use OBS. And then it can connect to the different scenes. So you push a button and it's at your fingertips. And they have folders too. Say again, Jim? Yep, I can hear you. All right, so these are folders. I should have bought the one that has 3 times as many buttons. It was 3 times the cost. I just got the 6-button one, but these are folders. So when I come into these, now these are little TV screens. They change. And when you, like say if I'm taking a drink here of my man crafting mug, I can click the man crafting button and the man crafting graphic comes up because it's just clicking the items I set up in OBS. How do you set up the graphics? Oh, okay. It's pretty simple. Well, here, let me go up out of my folder and go over to my display mode. So I have a little BAM button there. That's the demo mode. This is the talking head mode. So I'll go to demo mode. And it changes on the on state. It changes red or blue depending on what state you're in. I love it. Okay, so then you get, this works for Mac and PC. So you get a little panel like this. And this is my Stream Deck. And I can configure the buttons. So I can go into, like this one, I have just a generic button there. So I could say, all right, that's the on state. Let me go to the off state, and I can say, set from file. And I can add a graphic there, but, or do I have one from Marcel's workshop? That's what I'm being asked in my ear holes. No, I don't have a button for that. But, well, I guess I kind of do because I've got my sponsors, and then on here, there's the Marcel's workshop right there. So I kind of do. He's on the sponsors. And see, these are just generic. I haven't customized these buttons. And then you can go back. So really, it's just a way to shave off fractions of a second between flipping different screen elements of the OBS or whatever broadcaster software you do it. And like my example is I can pull up my lower third just by, like, I don't even have to look at it. I could just, or just glance real quick. Before I had to, scroll my mouse over. Here, I'll show you. This is going to get really freaky. See, before I had to scroll my mouse over and then find the one I wanted and then turn it on and do it like that. Oh, here. So if I wanted to put up my lower third, yeah, like it could be like this. So I could be talking, and then I have to go bloop, come over here. Wait, well, you can't see it. Come over here and then find it, pluck it on. Well, you get the idea. So it just makes everything quicker. This was normally $100. I got it for $50. No, I think it was $90, and I got it for $50. It was $40 off. And the next one I think is $200, and the special was $40 off. So whatever. Stream Deck from Elgato. There you go. All right. So we had another question here. What kind of rewards are good ideas for different tiers in Patreon? Artfully Yours with Diana asked that. Well, patrons like unique perks. So you could do what I do and list them on screen. So that's one thing. That's a perk. So you could say for, every $5 patron or more, I'll list your items on screen like this. Me, I have a small channel, so I just list everybody. Anyone that supports me, I list them. But hopefully my channel grows and I get so many patrons that, I might have to rethink that. But for now, so that could be one. Mentions, shout outs. You could do exclusive hangouts only for your patrons. So you could say, all right, talk directly to me on a subscriber only or a patron only hangout. That could be a good thing. If you get really high enough, you can give merchandise, but then you've got postage and manufacturing and stuff like that for your patrons. AJ's here. Hi, AJ. Thanks. He says neat tool. Excellent. I don't think anyone else slipped in. Tell your friends about the show. Bring them in. I got more news to cover. Other interesting patrons. Like I have questions because I do YouTube learning and I was doing Adobe Illustrator learning, and it was, okay, you can ask me questions, and I put sort of how fast I'll get back to you depending on how high the tier goes. So if it's Artfully Yours with Diana, if people have art questions that they want to ask you, that could be a perk. After show information, so you could have a public show and then turn it off and then keep going keep giving new content, new value in your show. Not publish that to YouTube, but publish that as a separate video, make it unlisted, and then give it to your patrons. You could do that. That's a big one. All kinds of different. If there's any other good perks for Patreon that the chat room wants to share, drop that in the chat as well. Is there a subscriber overlay part of Stream Deck or something else? No, Marsh Wildman, but I do it this way. I have a this is actually kind of hard to describe, but I have my OBS software, which is the Open Broadcaster software that helps me do this overlay on the streams. I have it looking at my monitor. So this little white window here is a 200 pixel by 50 pixel crop down view of my monitor. So I can put my mouse over it. See the mouse over here? See the mouse flipping around? It's just a web page, and this is the web page. Now I was using the typical one. What is it called? Social Blade. But Social Blade threw a lot of video, like little video overlays, and it was hogging my CPUs, and it was making my fan go on my computer overheating. So this is a real-time sub counter on the public-facing internet, and it's just a web page, and I've slid that web page over that. See if I see. Look, it's just see the browser. It's just a. So that's how I've done it. But no, it's not part of OBS. You have to use a third-party service, or you could get Marcel to make you a physical one. Jim in my earbuds told me that Marcel's a nice guy. You can pay him some money, and he can make you a subscriber counter like this. It's not plugged in, but here, let me get this going. Playing with electricity here. There we go. How many digits does it go up to? No, it's got 8 digits. So that's 99 million is what it can go up to. Now this points to my All Things my Awesome Wood Things channel. So this is not an accurate sub count for the All Things YouTube channel. And you can buy these commercially too. But I found that the ones you buy commercially are they're multiple hundreds of dollars. I mean, they're really, really expensive. So I'm not made of money. And the one I really like is there's one with little flip cards, like the old-timey train station screen where flip, 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 flip. So every time the number rolls, it does a flip card, bloop, bloop, and flips up like that. Those are really expensive too. But yeah, that's how you do that. Subscriber overlay, part of Stream Deck or something else. Yep. You got to fake it. Not fake it, you got to force it. Oh, my screensaver stopped. Put my screensaver back on there. All right, I think I'm caught up on the questions. Mr. Doughboy said, Mr. Doughboy 356 said, more people are coming to his channel, and he's thanking me and a few others for the shout outs we do for Mr. Doughboy on some of the shows we do. Speaking of the shows we do, here's one I do. Mind Equals Blown. Yes, Mind Equals Blown. This is a show I do not on the All Things YouTube channel, not on Awesome Wood Things. It's on Brenda G's Designs channel. Yes. Come over there Thursday nights, 7 p.m. And it's a support stream. You can find new channels that you're interested in and make new friends. And we don't talk YouTube. We don't talk woodworking. We don't talk crafts. We talk shenanigans. And we have a good time. It's a lot of fun. So let me give you the link to that show. Mind Equals Blown, Thursdays, 7 p.m. So this Thursday coming up is the 25th. So Thursday the 25th, head over to, if you hit that link I put in the chat, click set reminder, and then come right back here. That's what you get. More cowbell. There we go. That's where the cowbell happens, is on the Mind Equals Blown show. And see, look, I've got a little Mind Equals Blown logo on the button there. Isn't that cool? I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah, join Brenda and I. We have and that show is getting really popular. Brenda and I, we've got a special sort of something between us. When we get together, we turn it on and we go, 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 and people are hooked. So there we go. I got 3 boxes of virtual tacos going bad in a duffel bag. Yeah, that's what we do. If you give us an interesting fact on Mind Equals Blown, we give out virtual tacos, and Brenda will ring the cowbell. And in rare cases, you'll get the Staples button that says, that was easy, but it doesn't say that was easy. It says, bless your heart. That's the special one. Only a few of those were given out, so you got to be you got to be good. You know, it's rare to get one of those. Ain't that precious? All right, more YouTube news, folks. There's more news. Can you believe that? Oh, this is good. Oh, we don't have Mr. Mark Lindsay in here. Yeah, Mark Lindsay CNC. This one's especially for him or anyone else that has educational content. YouTube is big on educational content. Big, 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 big. Why are they big? Well, because they want YouTube to be an education space. Sorry about that. Sometimes this monitor or this webcam, it like changes the white balance, and like see now that's real readable. Watch, like 20 minutes from now, this will get all white and blown out. And if I kind of reach closer to the camera, it fixes that. Oh well. So YouTube loves learning content. Also because it usually has a lot of watch time. And YouTube wants you on the platform. The longer you're on the platform, the more money they'll make. And so now they're adding new features. What are they adding? Well, what do I love? Analytics and metadata. They're adding new metadata. They're going to have a chapter feature and maybe some more things where you can think of it as like a playlist, but a playlist within a playlist. I'm presuming. So a lot of times on lessons, you've got, unit 1, and then within unit 1, you'll have lesson or chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you'll have unit 2, and then you'll have more groupings of content. So that is coming to YouTube. Sounds kind of nerdy, might not be directly related to you, but it's going to be big for the learning content. And the CEO, Susan Wojcicki, she has mentioned learning and teaching and tutorials many times in her public addresses to the community. So that's something to look forward to. And something that might be good for you too. Hey, on your channel, can you break things down more granular than just one playlist group? If that, I'm sure that applies to many other things besides learning and teaching and tutorials and lessons. But who knows? Who knows? Next piece of business. Matt, your Patreon page just got crowded. Uh-oh. Did I get another? Is someone going to make me do work? Let's find out. This is from Portal Woodworks, gave me that little comment there. Oh, this was 11. It's now 12. All right, I've got a new patron. I won't. Thank you. I presume that was you. Let me take a look. I don't want to show a list of all the patrons, but let me see. Patrons, relationship manager. David Jones, there he is, Portal Woodworks. Thank you, sir. I'm going to have to rework my page here. So I will gladly spend extra labor, time, dollars, and payroll on myself because I'm a one-man shop fixing up the graphics. So you can count on that. Also, if anyone is a patron, I also list you on my email newsletter. That's right. I have an email newsletter for my my woodworking show, Awesome Wood Things. And I don't have a hot button set up for the newsletter, but I do have a link here. There. That is my newsletter link. And all of my patrons get a special area of every newsletter linking to your channels and your information. So that's awesome. Thank you, Mr. David Jones. I appreciate it. I really do. That helps a lot. Things are getting expensive. I have to run. My wife is leaving for a couple of weeks, and I need to get the stuff in the car for her. The pool is open for 2 weeks, by the way. All right. Thank you, Jim Bashir's. That was Jim Bashir's note. I was reading the comment. Thank you for stopping by. Always appreciate your help, and thanks for the help over on Discord. All right. New, more news, folks. It just keeps coming. Now, this is going to seem insignificant, but it's not insignificant. YouTube Premium. YouTube Premium just rolled out to about 12 or 15 other countries. You're saying, Matt, I don't care. I'm in the US. No, that matters. It matters because when someone that has a YouTube Premium account watches your content and you're monetized, presuming you're in the YouTube Partner Program, over 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 collective watch hours over the last year, and you've been greenlit into the YouTube Partner Program, that means you can monetize, you can share the revenue of the ads that YouTube places on your video. If you're monetized and someone with YouTube Premium watches your video, you get the money. You get the money no matter what. You could have a yellow icon saying not suitable for all advertisers, which means you won't get any ad dollars. You will get YouTube Premium dollars. And every month, the percentage of YouTube Premium versus ad, it's switching. Like if this is ads and this is premium, it's going like this. So as more countries come on, more of your revenue is going to come from YouTube Premium viewers, and less is going to come from ads, and that's good because when they smack you with the yellow icon, you still get the money. So, yay, YouTube Premium in more countries. That's great. Plus, they've got Cobra Kai. They've got their own Netflix type thing happening over there, where they have exclusive content that only YouTube Premium members can see. Now, in addition, the big point is there's no ads on the platform whatsoever. But yeah, so yay, YouTube Premium in more countries. Go, go, go. And finally, Him and I Woodworking is here. Hi, Him and I. You remember me? All right, so the last news item is comment management. Now, I know this sounds boring, but it's not. This is going to be really good. Unfortunately, I can only describe the deal right now, but I will do my best to do that. So let's go take a look here. So if you go to comments, it's pretty much one shot, one list of comments. I mean, that's what you get. One list. There's not much you can do about hiding, showing, surfacing, different type of things. They're going to have now. See, the TubeBuddy starts to give you some of these advanced things, like only show me things that are a question, and then anyone that dropped a question mark on there, it will surface in the search results. That's pretty cool. So some people say, I'm so busy, I only want to answer people who left me a comment. If someone just gave me a statement, I want to ignore it. I just want to get back to people who are asking me questions. So TubeBuddy gave you that filter. Well, I'm just going to stop this because, yeah, look, well, it started to do it. There's a question mark. There's a question mark. There's a question mark. So like that's kind of like one. Okay, but that's third party. This is going to be inbuilt with. So what are they going to do? They're going to do things like if someone is a member, you can exclude everyone who isn't a member. Now, not everyone has the member feature. Remember, you need 30,000 or so subscribers to get that. You will be able to see the subscriber count of the person commenting. So, and you can filter by it. So maybe you say, I only want to get back to people who are new on the platform. I want to make them feel special. So anyone under 1,000 subscribers, I only want to see their comments. Or anyone over 10,000, you want to reply to their comments. And then you can mix and match them too. You could say, if someone's subbed to you or not, because people can leave comments whether they're your subscriber. So maybe you ignore everyone who isn't a subscriber and you want to treat your subscriber audience with a little more tender, loving care. You could do that as well. Artfully Yours with Diana says, awesome info. She gave me 3 green hearts. Thank you, Diana. I appreciate that. So comment management is coming. It's going to be filters. And with all filters, you can hit more than one type of filter to double them up. You could say, Only those who are subscribed to me with over 10,000 subscribers show me their comments, and then you could reply to them. And you could change it. You could do it. Now show me everyone that's between once has one subscriber and has up to 9,999. And then you can only respond to that. So those are coming. It's kind of hard to visualize in your head, but it will be here and it will be awesome. TubeBuddy is great for questions, says AJ. Good. I'm glad you're using TubeBuddy. How could I forget you, Mr. House? Yeah, I just like using my button. I went over the Stream Deck. I can pop up my little lower third with just a push of a button. Yeah. Mr. House. Yep. Now, that ends the news portion of the show. Now I got a question for you. You know I love contests. You know I love them. I'm thinking about having another contest. And I want your help. I want your help trying to help me decide how I can run the contest for maximum awesomeness. Someone mentioned the Paulcast Patcast podcast. This show doesn't exist, but I hope it one day does because they built a logo for it. and I'm going to see Pat right there. Pat. I'm going to meet him for the first time this Saturday. I'm so excited. I'm a big Pat Lap. I've collaborated with him. We've been on chats. We've been, we're friends, but we never met in person. I'm going to meet him. Jim's telling me that he met him on in my earbuds. That's good. So I made this piece of artwork, and I actually made two of them. One's hanging on the wall. This is an identical one. This is, but I want to give it away. That's the gist, and I want you to help me decide how I'm going to run my contest. But let me tell you a little bit about this first. This is a coaster, and it has an Art Deco pattern on it. And it's a pretty famous Art Deco pattern. It is the rug pattern that appeared in the movie The Shining. Stanley Kubrick's adaptation of Stephen King's novel, The Shining. But I don't like this as a coaster because when I put my man crafting mug on it, hear that? It's very loud. It's a hard surface. I like soft things like this cheap bar, cardboard type bar, because it's very soft. So I can't use it in my studio because the audio issues are too hard, but I love it. So I made it a piece of artwork. I set it off. See how it's kind of raised up? It's raised up off of the glass. It has thick 1/4-inch plexiglass, which I think is nice. And underneath it has the phrase, "All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy," in the typewriter font pushed. Anyway, is this cool or is it cheesy? I really love it. I love it because it doesn't scream what it is. Like, if you never saw the movie, you could look at this and just appreciate the Art Deco pattern. And, it has sort of this gray repeating thing in the background. That's kind of cool. I mean, it looks pleasing to look at. But if you really look at it, you might recognize where it's from. So I want to give this away. Now the question is, how do I give it away? Matt is looking good. Your artwork from Red Rum. Osprey Mama's here. Hi, Osprey Mama. Welcome to the show. From the looks of things on Facebook, Pat Lapp is cozy with Carl Jacobson right now. Oh, yeah. That's where the Patcast Paulcast podcast comes from. Paul Jackman is Carl Jacobson. Oh yeah, see, Carl Jacobson is trying to take Paul Jackman's place in Pat Lapp's heart because Pat loves Paul Jackman. But yeah, that Carl Jacobson got real cozy with them. I don't know how that relationship's going to shake out. But anyway, so I have a couple ideas. So sometimes I do just drop a comment, and if you say a certain phrase that I tell I announce, then you'll be eligible. But I want to get a little bit more out of this contest. So here's what I'm thinking of. I could have them interact with my Facebook page, facebook.com/awesomewiththings. I want to try and get more likes over there. I have 2,000 likes, finally have 2,000 likes on the Facebook page. I could have them comment on Patreon, which would mean they would need to sign up for a free Patreon account and just place a comment. They wouldn't have to donate, but they could just interact with my Patreon page, and that would give me some benefit. Or I could have them jump on my newsletter. And this is going to be on my Awesome With Things channel. This isn't going to be on my All Things YouTube channel. It's going to be the contest is going to be on this channel. And I could do, whoever's signed up to my newsletter could be entered into the contest. Or I could do a combination of all three. So we say, no, Facebook. I don't do Facebook. Patreon, yes, says, okay, there's 2 comments from Osprey Mama. Thank you for letting me know. So there you go. That's what I'm thinking of doing to run this contest. And, whichever one I pick, I might say you get more than one entry. So if you do a comment on the video and you do a comment on the Patreon page, you get 2 entries. And if you do a sign up to my newsletter, then you get 3 entries. And I'll just pick, I only have one to give away. Patreon or newsletter works. Okay, good. All right, Artfully Yours with Diana has a question. Is there truth in a statement that posting your videos at 2-4 p.m. Eastern makes it so that your vid gets put into the indexing of YouTube of what will be promoted? Okay, good question. There is nothing related to the time you post as to how YouTube will promote your stuff. It's completely separate. So, no, the timing doesn't affect whether you get promoted or not. And remember, when you get promoted, you can get promoted as search results, you can get promoted as suggested, or you can get promoted as recommended. 3 different flavors, or front page, which is like the unicorn of them all. That's when you're logged out, you just go to youtube.com and boom, your video's on that page. That doesn't happen often. Believe me, it doesn't happen often. I think Casey Neistat was on there 5 times out of all of his videos. Millions and millions of subscribers. Newsletter idea. Artfully Yours with Diana likes that. So, no. Say that again, Jim? Oh, Bobby Duke has been recommended on the front page. I think I'm being told once. I thought that happened twice, maybe. But good for him. It's a rare thing to happen. But the question was, does posting between 2 and 4 p.m. help you get promoted? No. What does help you get promoted is temperature. And that's an odd term. It just means in any given small slice of time, multiple minutes perhaps, no one knows for sure. Let me get this off the screen. How well your videos, is it on the rise? Is it leveling off? Or is it down? And when I say on the rise, 2 things. CTR, average percent viewed. If people are clicking on your stuff en masse and they're watching 50% or more of your video, in other words, they're not just watching a couple seconds clicking off, they're not just watching the first 10% and clicking off, not just watching the first 30% and click, they're actually watching it the whole way through and they're clicking on it rapid fire, that's what gets you going. Now, when is the best time to post? Well, that depends. And things like this tool, TubeBuddy, will tell you. Now, it won't tell me because I am not paying for this tool. But there is a screen on here that will show you. I have no idea where it's at. I think you've got to go to here or something. No. Well, I don't know where exactly it is, but it will give you a graph of when your viewers on the 24-hour timeline, and it'll give you 24 bars, and you'll see where your viewers start, and it'll be a graph like this. It'll be one of these guys. And what you want to do, so like say this is your graph on 24 hours. This is hour 1. This is hour 24. What you want to do is you want to publish your video. So this is the start. You want to publish it right there, because that's when people, so you want to give your users time. You don't want to publish it here, and you don't want to publish it afterwards. You want to publish it right before it starts taking off. Ooh, that was a weird sound. Sorry about that. Hit the microphone with my pen. That's when you want to publish your video, is right before your audience starts watching en masse. And you need a tool like TubeBuddy or vidIQ. vidIQ is another tool that will do it. My Lady Hawk front page all the time. My friend Lady Hawk front page all the time. Good. If you know a creator that's on the front page, that's cool. It's kind of neat to know someone who has achieved that. Now, to be on the front page, your video has to have mass appeal. So niche-y type stuff usually doesn't get that level of treatment. Like if use my friend Mark Lindsay CNC, if your video on running the CNC software, you're doing some sort of like little tutorial and it's very popular, it's not popular to the world population at large. So things like snowboarding on the streets of Manhattan in the wintertime, carrying an American flag, wearing a YouTube jacket, that everyone wants to see that. Or flying in a $50,000 luxury first class airplane suite. Most people have been on airplanes. It's just broad appeal. And of course, not a lot of unsafe for work stuff is in it. Like so if that's your video and it's ranking up the views, everyone's clicking on it, then it'll get promoted. And find that curve and plop it down right the hour before that curve starts taking off, or right at the beginning of the curve taking off, on any given hour of any given day in the future. Laura can't post on Sunday morning, so that's when I post. Yeah, and you'll talk to a lot of people. When's the best time? You don't go by people's gut. You don't make that. You make that decision based on data. Some people will say 12 p.m. Eastern is a good time because it's early enough for the West Coast to catch it, and it's not late enough that people in Europe and England can catch it. But we've got people from Australia, we've got people from the Pan-Pacific, that kind of blows that all out of the water. But, the data, let the data tell you. And you'll have to pay $10 a month for TubeBuddy or for vidIQ. What's going on with Matt Haas? Well, we still have the Makers Rock collaboration signups going. You go to makersrock.com if you want to build something that is an album cover, and all publish it on the same day. It's the largest maker collaboration. You go to makersrock.com and sign up for that. That's still going. We publish in the spring, so March 12th, 2020 is when your video will have to be done. You make an album cover, 12 inches by 12 inches approximate, because it's like a vinyl album, going old school. It's a fun artwork project. get to do a collab with dozens of other makers, and then we all kind of promote each other. So it's got a lot of cross promotion. It's a lot of fun. So that's happening. What else is going on with Matt Haas? There is no show next week. Wah, wah, wah. Sorry, folks. There will be no show Monday the 29th. Sorry. Gonna skip that week. But I'll be back on the 5th. Monday the 5th. So if you want to jump on over to the show page for August 5th, you can click set reminder and come right back. Or I'm not answering that, Jim. Or you can go to the Facebook page. If you go to the Facebook page and you RSVP through Facebook, then other people will see it. And that really helps me out. Here, let me show you. So you can come here and you can click going or interested, either one. And then you'll get a reminder. And then on the description, there's the hangout. There's the show page for the August 5th show. Matt, when is the collabs going to start? The collabs start immediately. Osprey Mama asked that. So Makers Rock is you work all year. You know, you can sign up at any time. You can sign up 2 weeks before if you wanted to. It's kind of crazy. But when you sign up, you'll be invited to a secret Facebook group with present and past Makers Rock members or participants. And then we share our progress with this private group because we keep it secret. No one sees your project until publish day. And it's a cool community that you can be a part of. Or you don't have to join the group, but the group does exist. And then we coordinate all our efforts. And again, we tell you when you have to publish your build video. And 2 weeks before or a week before you publish a promo video, we all publish a promo video, kind of boosting everybody at the same time. It's fun. So there's no time you can start. It's open sign up. It's open sign up until March 12th. And then March 13th, it's open sign up for 2021. It keeps going. I love when you all do collabs. So cool, says Osprey Mama. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I love this community. That's the thing, man. I love creative people that make things with their hands. They're just cool people. And usually that type of activity is something you do yourself. So these people are itching to get with people and meet people and talk to people face to face. Does disco equal rock? Peter Brown. Hi, Peter Brown. It is Makers Rock. We do prefer rock albums, but hey, if you want to do disco, no one is going to stop you. Yeah, disco. I went to a 70s dance party. It was off the hook. There was a man and a woman in white leisure suits, big fros. There were two white people, but they had like the teased out hair, and they had the platform shoes, like this platform shoe. Of course, you know they unbuttoned down 4 buttons on the guy. Oh, it was a lot of fun. We boogie oogie oogied all night long. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. Oh, Jim Bashir or Jim Dockrell's telling me that the 70s was when he was in the growing up phase of his life. Oh, Bob. Okay, sorry. I can't see who's talking to me on my Discord. Oh, Bob Lee. Okay, yeah, Bob Lee's telling me 70s is his time to shine. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I was a child. I was 0 through 10 in the 70s. So the 80s was when I was a teenager. So I call myself a child of the 80s. Does the date when your watch hours are counted a rolling 365 days, or counted beginning to end when you started YouTube? Okay, so Artful Years with Diana asked that question. She's talking about the requirement to get into the YouTube Partner Program where you can share monetization. It's a rolling 365 days. So every day it charges forward 1 day, and the 356th day on backwards in time chopped off out of consideration. So when they announced the partner program, I looked at my stats. I did not have 4,000 watch hours over the last year. I was freaking out. I'm like, they are going to take monetization away from me. That's what they did when they announced it. They're like, if you have monetization and you don't meet the new guidelines, we're kicking you out of the program. I was like, oh man. So I published a video, and the video took off. Like, it took off, and it started sucking up watch time, so much so that it started to raise the scale, and it got me to the 4,000 watch hours in the last like on the Judgment Day. I was over 4,000 watch hours, and it was because of one video. And I think they announced it 2 months out and a month and a half. Like, it took me 2 weeks to put this video together, and it took off. Thank God. And then I was scared, because looking back 365 days, at about the 9-month back, I had a big swell, and that swell was going to move off the graph of consideration. So I had to bank watch hours, after the YouTube Partner Program cutoff date, because there's 2 or 3 months after the deadline where I met the deadline on the deadline day. But as you said, it marches forward in time every day. And that huge groundswell eventually evaporated past the 365 days. It was about 2 or 3 months into it. You can kind of see it. I'll show you. It was freaky. But I had stayed above the whole time. Here, let me show you. Oh, I can't do it because I'm not on my channel. This is on the Awesome with Things channel. I'll take some screen grabs and show it to you. But you get it. You get it. So yeah, it's 365 days rolling time span. Matt, did you play your piano yet? Got to do that to write it off. Let's hear it. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not very good. I hate to do it, but I have sheet music for a Christmas song. So the instructor gives me what she gives me. I can't control it, so I've got it here. So we'll do. I know, I'm bad. Oh well. Get some Star Trek music. You know what I was doing? Dee Schneider from Twisted Sister just published a video where he did like a slowed down version of "We're Not Gonna Take It." Where's the sheet music to that? We're not gonna take it, dun dun dun. No, we're not gonna take it, dun dun. Dun. We're not gonna take it anymore. Dun, 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 dun. I was like, I want to play that. So that's on the learn list, and of course, I want to do Bohemian Rhapsody. I would love to do that. I got the first part of it. No, that wasn't it. But anyway, yeah, Osprey Mama was saying I can write that off on my taxes now, my digital piano, if I use it for business purposes. That was a good rendition. Baby Got Back. Oh, Baby Got Back. That's probably not a challenging song on the piano, but I do know all the words. So if there's ever karaoke, put on Sir Mix-a-Lot and write my name in the slot. Baby got back. I was on the elected school. I was an elected school director, and I was in a board meeting, a public board meeting, and they rang all the directors' phone for a new audience or a new community alert system. Like if there was a bus delay, they could announce it to the parents, and they had all the phone numbers of the parents. They had all the phone. So they sprung it on. So like, okay, we're going to call all the board now, and they hit the button, and all of our phone rings, and my ringtone of my Motorola flip phone. I had a Razr Motorola flip phone. It was before the iPhone. And that was my ringtone. It was just the tones. It was do 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 do. So baby got back. No one knew what it was. I was like, oh no, school director has a baby got back song on his phone that rang during a public meeting. That was nuts. Next year in 2020, yes. Didn't William Shatner record something, says Marcel. I don't know what the next year in 2020 is, but that's when the Makers Rock is going to publish. Yeah. Makers Rock is March 12th, 2020 is the published deadline. They were both horrible. Not ignoring anyone, just doing other things while listening, says Brenda Cheese Designs. You weren't cool unless you had a Razr phone. Yeah, I had the Razr phone. That was neat. Then they came out with the gold one that was like $10,000. I'm like, who would pay a premium for a gadget that's going to be worthless in a year? But yeah, Motorola flip phone. That's what I had back in the day. Yes. Well, there you go, folks. That's the show. Scroll up from my question. Oh, did I miss a question? Okay. We got another question here. Okay. Does the date when your watch hours are counted roll? Yeah, I think I answered that. I'm sorry, Artfully Yours with Diana. Did I miss one of your questions? I don't see your... is there truth in the statement that posting your videos at 2 to 4 p.m. makes your... Yeah, I answered that one. Does the date when your watch hours... Yeah, roll... I think I got them both. Oh, you have a newsletter idea? Well, can you read that to me over the... Oh, okay. I'm being told you have a newsletter idea for me. Yeah, I saw the next year in 2020. Yeah. Okay, I hope I answered your questions. Yes, another question. Oh boy. Can you ask your question again, Diana? I'm sorry. So does the date when your watch time hours are counted a rolling 360? It is a rolling 365 days. So you have to go from the present to 365 days, count up your watch minutes, divide by 60, and it needs to be 4,000 or more. And you have to have 1,000 subscribers. Then you get in a queue for manual review of the staff. And the manual review of the staff is looking for disingenuous engagement. They can tell where they are, when they watch, how often they watch. They use all their little secret little sauce ingredients to really figure out if you're trying to game the system. Did you go on freelance board and buy 1,000 subscribers? They can tell. So you got to be legit. Billy Burt, I have a new logo. Sweet. Math, says Peter Brown. Let's look at Billy Burt's logo. Well, do you mean your channel icon? That doesn't look new. That's not new. Is it this? Billy Burt, The Messy Studio. That's kind of cool. Got your lathe up there at the top. Nice. Math. There's a way that you can set it to hours. I know how to do it in Classic. I don't know how to do it in Studio. Like, it can straight up tell you. So if I go to Analytics and go Watch Time and then set this to 365 days, then I take that and divide by 60 and then start crying because I'm way off. Oh, Billy Burt says yes. That's the logo in his banner. Remember how convoluted it was? Yes, that was. Kuka Patuta is here. Hi. Kuka Patuta. Patata. Kuka Patata. Check out that awesome YouTube channel icon for Kuka Patata. So if I go to the escape hatch down here, there was a way I can show this as hours. Yeah, see, look, I set it for hours. So I don't have to do math. Watch time, hours. Over there in the YouTube Studio Beta, it's minutes. And there was some sort of, something under here. There you go. Time period. This one. Unit for measuring time. Hours. I don't know where this setting is in beta. If someone knows, please let me know. Because I want to do it. Okay, new question. Artfully Yours with Diana. Do you think the rumor is true that we will need 10K watch hours and 5K subs for monetization for 2020? Oh. Yeah, I did see part. It looked like only part of your text made it into the chat. That's why I wasn't seeing it. I think it didn't fully all make it in there. I don't know. Yeah, I know. I know, Bob. Thank you for that. Yeah, cool. Do I think it's true? I don't have an opinion. I don't know if it's true or not. I'll have to look at that. Let's see what the internet says. Just do a quick internet look. So, YouTube Partner Program. Let's see. YouTube Partner Program 2020. Rules. Rumor. YouTube Partner. PARTNE Partner Program 2020. Rumor. This was February 13th. I don't know. I hope not. Well, I've been working on my album for Makers Rock Challenge C-Dub's Journey. Cool. Yeah, we got people working. You got to sign up. If you didn't sign up, sign up. Put your name in the hat. This is how you do it. You go to makersrock.com. And you come over here to sign up for 2020. And then you put in your information. And you hit submit. And it tells you all about it. And then if you want to see who signed up, you can see a read-only list. Hey, you did sign up. We have another one. There were 3. Brenda's on here. You did that today. So the list is small right now, but last year we had 27, I think. So don't be shy. I signed up. Yep, there you go. I used to have it. Did it tweet me? I have alerts. I think I'm gonna get a text. I think I pushed this out to text. But anyway, thank you for that. All right, folks. I think we're going to wrap it up here. I look forward to seeing you again 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks. So jump on over to the YouTube show page for August 5th, Monday, August 5th. That's the next. My tweeter is broke. So there we go. I hope to see you then. Thanks for playing along. I hope everything was a little bit more professional with my not looking down and instantly popping up my lower third and other cool graphics. I'm still getting used to kind of integrating this into the show, even though it's a simple concept. And, Steve Carmichael just popped in. I haven't signed up yet, but I will. Steve Carmichael is one of the only makers that have been in every single Maker's Rock for, this will be the year 5. This is the 5th anniversary of it. He's been in the previous 4, and he just said he's going to be in this one. Year 5. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. That's it for today. We'll end the show. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the summer. Try to stay cool. I think I'm going to see some people at a private gathering this Saturday. That should be a lot of fun. And I will finally deliver a tool that Portal Woodworks gave me 503 days ago. He gave it to me at not the last woodworking show in Atlanta, but the year before that. So it's almost 2 years ago. He gave me this. So I will finally deliver it to its intended recipient, because he doesn't live next to the person that needs to get this tool. And it's like an 80-pound tool. It's a benchtop tool, but it's called a die filer. I have no idea what that is, but it's very heavy, and it's a professional grade tool. It's not like a prosumer tool. It's a professional tool. So if you want me to deliver something physical from you to someone else, my typical time to complete that task is somewhere north of 500 days. Just putting it out there. All right, everyone. We'll leave it here. Thank you for playing along. I hope you enjoyed the pre-show where I had my awesome countdown timer. And we'll stop the stream now. Bob Lee, thank you for speaking in my ear. Who else was over here? Jim Dockrell over there too? Let's take a look. Oh, it's Marcel too. Excellent. See, I don't look at the screen, so I can't tell who's all there. But this is my Discord server. All right, little behind the scenes stuff there. All right, I'm pushing the stop button. Thank you, everyone. Stay awesome. If you have questions, let me know. If you have show suggestions, let me know. Portal Woodworks, thank you for the Patreon donation. I will add your information to all of my graphics before the show and announce you on my newsletters when I publish them. Dance party, going out.